Well, hello class. In this station, we're going to figure out our murder weapon. So the first thing I need you to do is go in my outbox and open up plate activity. So go ahead and pause the video until you do that. Okay, so hopefully you paused the video and now you're back. Here's our murder weapon. We know that this is the only thing we found from the crime scene, but we want to figure out what this is. And so one of our detectives came up with that it's probably a piece of a plate. Well, we want to be able to figure out what the entire plate looked like so we could match it to whoever's dishware this matches. So I have directions on here. If you can do them by yourself, go ahead. If not, maybe you want to try and then come back to the video for help. So it's up to you. So the first thing it says is to create a triangle using the 3 points that are placed on the outside of this plate. So it's going to make a very tiny, but what type of triangle? What type of triangle is this? So you should have said obtuse. Okay? And in order to figure out what this plate actually is, we need to be able to find the center of this plate. So in able to do that, we need to create 3 perpendicular bisectors of each segment of your triangle. So if you recall, we're going to highlight the segment and construct a midpoint. Remember, that's Control M, or if you already were working on your Sierpinski triangle, you should be good at that. So it's highlight, Control M, highlight, Control M. Once we have the 3 midpoints, we are going to highlight, make sure nothing else is highlighted. We're going to highlight the midpoint in the segment that it's on, and we're going to go to construct perpendicular line. That is the perpendicular bisector of this segment, okay? If I need to do it from this segment, I'm going to construct the midpoint and the line and go to construct perpendicular line. The next thing I'm going to do is my last line. So I'm going to construct perpendicular line. Now I have 3 lines, so that's 3 concurrent lines, and they meet at a point of concurrency. I need you to create a point at the point of concurrency, which you can only ever make 2 lines because 3 lines don't make an intersection. They make a point of concurrency, an intersection. So I'm going to make that point as closest to the intersection as I can, and it should keep it that when you move it, they'll all move. And I ask you to create a circle using the point of concurrency and one of the original vertices of the triangle. So the original vertices. So when I take my thing, I'm going to go from there to the original vertice, not one of the midpoints, but the original vertice. And you'll see that would have created the rest of our plate. Okay, because here's the outline of our plate. So our plate would look like this. So detectives can use this if they get a piece of a weapon and they want to find out how much is left or what the actual size of the plate is. The next definition I want to bring up, that if 3 perpendicular lines meet, this is called the point of concurrency. Well, if it's a perpendicular bisector that are meeting, then this is also called the circumcenter. I'm going to put it down here. Okay. So what I want you to do is that is the circumcenter, and you'll see what type of triangle did we start with. We started with an obtuse triangle. If you go to this one, go to your second page, so you might have to scroll down if you have to and go to the second page. And I want you to create the circumcenter of this triangle. So that's exactly what we did, and I'd like you to pause the video and try it by yourself first. So just do exactly what we did. So if you're really stuck and don't remember, we're going to highlight the 3 lines and we're going to go to Control M. Okay, that's going to put our midpoint on. When we do our midpoint, we're going to highlight the midpoint and the line, and we're going to go to Construct Perpendicular Line. Then I'm going to select the midpoint and in this side, and I'm going to construct a perpendicular line, and I'm going to go to the midpoint in this. What you should realize, if you go back and forth, if you go to page 1, the circumcenter is here. That's way outside our triangle. But in the right triangle, the circumcenter is on the triangle. And if I draw my circle, my triangle ends up being inside the circle, which that triangle will stay inside the circle too, but you'll see that the circumcenter is way outside, and in this case the circumcenter lies on your triangle. I'd like you to create the circumcenter of this type of triangle, which hopefully you notice that this is an acute triangle. So I'm going to do the same thing. Hopefully pause the video and try it yourself. See if you get any good at it. And you'll see this circumcenter, even if I make this more acute, not more acute, but if I move it, as long as I keep this triangle acute, this circumcenter here stays inside the triangle. As soon as I make it obtuse, the circumcenter goes outside. Okay, and if I wanted to make a circle from this to the vertex, you'll see that this circumcenter, I'm looking right here, if it's acute, it stays in. As soon as I make it go obtuse, it goes out. But if I make a right triangle, it is on. So it's just something neat about a circumcenter in a triangle. And the circumcenter is created by 3 perpendicular bisectors. Okay? If you're done, because this should only take 7 to 10 minutes, I'd like you to just work on the mid-segment worksheet also found in this group. Thank you.